Hey guys, Tinman here. Hang around, I want to chat with you a little bit about what's been going on here. YouTube, you might hear in the background there music. Sounds like the Doors, I think, with a bunch of drunken people, young people, hanging out, singing with it, having a good time and stuff. So this is not about the music, so I'd appreciate it if you just leave the video as it is. And let me make my 50 cents. Guys, this is huge. You know, my commitment, I'm trying to think of how do I talk, how do I describe everything to you guys, and so on and so forth. You know, a lot of people will be going right now, just turn the camera so we can watch the background. You know, instead of really listening to my words, and that's troubling. I know there's the percent, but that percent isn't like 50% of you that are hearing so well that you're actually watching for the theories to come alive within your own community there. I've had lots of successful people like that, down to the point of where they videotape, they take photos, maybe even take notes of what is going on, and my tracking is what's brought them to that. It's not brought them to the belief or anything. They were already coasting and doing whatever they were doing and stuff and driving hard and stuff. But the tracking part, my claim, has gotten them very deep. And where that deep minimally is I sent a message to my son this morning here where I was trying to describe it like even those subs, those people that are connecting with me. Yeah, Ian, you know, I've been, you know, we're watching, we're studying it and stuff like that, and we're taking videos and pictures, and I seen the change and all this kind of stuff, and you know, maybe even people saying, yeah, I see them up in the trees around my place and different things like this. Still quite a ways away from where I walk, guys, and stuff. So understand that you're looking at traces of them. I'm way deeper than the traces of them, and I'm not saying that so, like, I know how to pat myself on my back. I'm a healthy, happy guy, 54 years old. I've had some bumps and stuff on my road, but I've always figured out how to be a healthy, happy guy for, I don't know, 98% of my time or something. And I had a lot of ruin. Lot of stuff going. You know, for people who really get it, put it this way. I had a little bit of a reputation as being one of those spazzy, red-headed kids that's not cute, that's a pain in the ass. So you only get your few old people that like you because of that, you know, and they're trying to make maybe a message, give you some hope and stuff. You know, I'm not making fun of them or people or me, myself. I'm just saying I had a lot of people loving me, but I was a pain in the ass, and I was that redhead. And I wasn't my brother who was 2 years older than me that was always getting a good-looking guy, and wow, you're maturing so well, and stuff like this, and me always standing there, and I never turned it into issues. I always, through a lot, I think, with my mom and my dad, I'm going to say, the positive way of trying to look at things and different ways and stuff, not always this negative energy, because so many people look at messages, even people who are trying to be positive lots of times, even me sometimes, I'll slip up and stuff because it's part of our communication. It's in us, it's a language. Looking around is actually a language. So I changed my language in looking around. I try to change my language much when I do my written language and I'm talking to somebody. You know, make sure I'm dotting my I's and stuff. Sometimes I don't care and I just do this ratty-tatty kind of writing for myself, like what, you know, making just slang. But anyway, so yeah, I rambled on there. Going back to, that's just a J. He does frequent this area. He sounds like he's getting older. Oh, you're a pecker. How are you, buddy? Oh, you up is setting a jay over there. Oh, that was a pecker. Woodpecker. Not the red-crowned one. I seen a couple of those yesterday morning, and they fed right in a tree right beside me. Not here, but in the back there. Anyway, so I'm back to saying there's a lot of stuff I haven't shared, and part of the reason is because when it comes to me, like, because I'm getting a visual piece of information that's giving me the information, or it's just me putting a couple of things together and going, holy cow, is this really a connection? And so many times I think to even videotape it so I can eventually put it up on YouTube, and I don't do that. So the last couple of days here I've been thinking a lot. I do it once in a while, but not on the real deep issues I'm thinking. I figure that as soon as I start taping them, I think in the back of my mind, I think what's going on there is I realize right off the bat that I probably will be sharing them with you guys. So that's big deal stuff. Originally I had it a little bit turned because I wanted to not have YouTube giving me a hard time. Maybe I'll put up a real short song there and just have the volume of it really quiet, help drain out that other music, and then they won't bother me maybe. Okay, so now I'm at, it's, repetitive stuff on some respects. Like, I looked back at I got my other cell phone that started soon after when this started, somewhere in probably November or something. I got the phone, 2016. But in 2017 is where I have some videos that are still on it, early 2017. And I'm looking at some of the stuff 2 years ago. And I'm looking in the background there and I'm going, wow, do my eyes ever read a lot now, man? Like, I'm seeing some pretty close proximities of, what we call totem piles here on Tinman, Bigfoot Tracker. Totem piles of Sasquatch Bigfoot. Like, the totem pole. To me, that is a learned respect, maybe, or something like that the native people build based on actually how the Bigfoot beings actually stand in a totem pole kind of configuring. That's where I believe the natives probably got it. I don't know. They'll say what they say. They know what they know. So, oh boy, a bug? Yeah, I think so. Some kind of brown spotties on me. That's very unplanned. The information needs to get out, you guys. It can't keep floating like this for a couple of more years. Like, every time, a couple of people are subbing me and stuff, I'm having a little bit of a good spell. I'm like, oh yeah, look at 2 people today. Oh, 7 people today. Oh, I lost 3 today. When I'm having a good spell, which is nothing, I get my hopes up thinking, okay, this is it. This is when, because I'm doing things that I know I'd be doing different now, with different kind of backing. I'd look for a bit of a break, maybe. I think I'd probably end up having to sit on some kind of an organization where I'm in an office more and kind of doing a teaching thing or something. You know, I believe that there's ample room for me to be able to travel if I have the health for traveling. For those people who are watching and don't know this, I actually don't have my system's all out of whack. I have a couple of hearing issues that bother me quite a bit, affect my life a lot, every moment, in fact, and at I don't know, a rate of like almost 50% in some respects. And when it comes to flying and stuff, I'm leery of that at this point, because it would be a trial run if it's going to affect it or not. Sorry about all the wind and stuff, but doing what we're doing here. And so yeah, I think there's a much bigger calling I can be doing. Even if it's not doing any of that stuff and I'm just sitting down and I'm just writing out all my stuff, and other people are on levels like this, where, like, that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting to notice that it actually is getting my teachings and what I've related with and understand from these beings, and they've allowed me to educate myself on, and so on and so forth. There's sometimes where I'm standing there in a huge amongst them, and I'm just standing there picking up different pieces of information and stuff, and really being there and knowing this, wow, this is just them, their stuff. And so I'm right in their house, and it's huge house, and you're standing in the middle of it, and you just know they're all around you, and you're not trying to pick them out to that extent, but you know. And then you go home and you look at some video and you realize, that close? In some cases. So this will give me an idea of this video. So it gives you 13 minutes of listening. Got any ideas how to make this big thing bigger, guys? Share them. Share if you want to help out. Because my hands are full. Throwing the beer cans down.